Hi, Dr. Danny Scahill here, the founder of DannyScahill.com, the author of the book Total Health Transformation, the proven system to unlock limitless energy, motivation and health, and the creator of the Total Health Transformation programs. Welcome to this video. This is the third video in the three-part video series, and this video is how to think on purpose. If you've not seen video 1 or 2 yet, then go back straight after this and watch that. Video 1 was how to eat on purpose. Video 2 is how to move on purpose. And this video right now is how to think on purpose. So what is this whole concept of doing things on purpose? Well, the whole thing about purpose is, let's say your health is here right now and you really want it to get there. Eating on purpose, moving on purpose, and then thinking on purpose are doing those 3 things to reach optimal health. That is the purpose. So when you're doing stuff, it's with the purpose of improving your health from where it is now to where you would love it to be. Now, onto this video, how to think on purpose. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're like a lot of the people on this planet today, then you're probably stressed out of your mind a lot of the time. And because you've sought out this video and sought out this video series, it's likely that you want to improve your health somewhat. Would you agree? Let's assume that you do. Now, the thinking on purpose bit is so important. We really need to calm down in this busy world. Have you noticed over the past few years, certainly the last decade or so, how the pace of life just speeds up and up and up and up and up, and how we're just contactable all the time, 24/7, 365 days a year? It feels like we just don't switch off. Have you experienced that before? If you're anything like myself, all of this technology has really speeded up the whole lifetime in terms of how quickly life moves. You know, when I was growing up, my parents and grandparents always used to say to me, do you know, when you get older, time moves faster. Now, I turned 40 earlier this year, so time has been moving a little bit faster over the past 15, 20 years as I've been getting older. But I'm absolutely certain that all of this technology, all this social media, all of these social media platforms, being contactable at the flick of a switch or the click of your fingers, being contactable all of the time, just has added to that level of stress day to day. It's like a compound effect. That stress just builds over time. Now, in the 21st century, when we're contactable all the time, we need to find a way to reduce those levels of stress. So I'm going to go through a few different things that you could start to implement straight away. And the great thing is they are free to implement, so you can get started straight away. First one I want to talk about is put yourself on a media diet. What do I mean by that? Well, social media is one of the medias, which we'll come back to in a second, under the technology diet. The media diet specifically is if you read the papers, or if you watch the news on the TV, or if you spend a lot of time online, you know, whether it be looking on websites to see what the current news is and all this kind of thing, put yourself on a media diet. Why do I say that? Well, all the news is make people fearful. When you're feeling fearful, can you feel that the stress goes up in your body? All of these stress hormones increase in your body, the cortisol and the adrenaline and all of these other chemicals. Those chemicals are useful in some situations, but not to be experienced 24/7, day after day. You've probably heard of the stress response or the fight or flight response. If you go back to hunter-gatherer times, if there was a hunter and he was out and he was hunting for some food to bring it back for the family, and he spotted out the corner of his eye a saber-toothed tiger. Now, he can do one of 2 things. He can either fight that beast or he can run away from it to the best of his ability. The sensible thing in most cases is going to be try and run away from that animal, because, you know, it's highly unlikely that you're going to win that battle. So the fight or flight response has been in our bodies, in our genes, in our systems for a long time. It still exists today, The only difference is really that our environment has changed dramatically today compared to our ancestors from 20, 30,000 years ago. Our environment and the landscape has changed massively. We're in an office, possibly stressed out in work. We're at home with our families with the stresses that brings. So there's loads of different stresses. Our environments have changed dramatically in the last 20,000 years or so compared to our ancestors, whereas our genes haven't. So the stress response still responds the same way in our bodies. We just have different kinds of things that stress us. In other words, stressors. Okay, hope that makes sense. So the reason to get away from that media, the news, whether it's the papers, the watching stuff online, or anything like that, watching the news and surrounding yourself with negative people is another thing that increases stress in your life. So put yourself on a media diet and choose very carefully who you choose to spend your time with. Choose positive, uplifting people and surroundings and supportive groups, as opposed to those people what I call energy vampires. You know that sort of person, yeah? They walk into a room and they steal your energy. Rather than the opposite to that, the positive, uplifting people who walk into a room and light up the room. Energy vampires do the opposite and take all the energy and switch their lights off. Switch the lights off in the room as they leave the room. So put yourself on a media diet, massively limit the news you expose yourself to, and that will decrease your stress levels. And choose your networks of people very, very wisely. Choose supportive people, uplifting people, as opposed to the opposite. Okay, so that's one thing. Technology diet, very important, will help you to reduce your stress levels, reduce the cortisol being released in your body, and reduce all the adrenaline and the other stress hormones as well. Media diet, limit the amount of time you spend on your phone. You know, that smartphone that you most likely check 100, 200 times per day. Yeah, we've all got them, haven't we, that are part of modern living. We just need to find a way to reduce the time we have with those in our hands, so it's going to help reduce the stress. Reduce your exposure to things like social media. Now, social media can be very useful, but a lot of the time it can be very detrimental to our health, to our ability to relax. You know, the kind of posts that you've seen where some people might post some amazing photos, that ideal life on a desert island and then there might be other photos where they've got these fast sports cars and beautiful houses. So very aspirational, not necessarily always true, but you know, you can look at these photos and these videos sometimes and feel perhaps envious about that lifestyle. So that can be a stressor in itself. So we want to reduce that. The other thing to be very mindful on social media, have you noticed there's some people out there on social media that basically vent all of their anger on their status updates? They just want attention, so they tell a story and that story is very negative and it's just whinging and moaning. Stay away from that. That will massively increase the stress hormones in your body, make your life far more stressful than it needs to be. So do yourself a favour, limit your time you spend on social media. You will thank me for it, I guarantee you. You'll start to feel more calm, more peaceful. Any anxiety that you had will start to reduce. So give that a go. It's a massive thing. It's very simple to do. It's also very simple not to do. As the great Yoda once says, do or do not. There is no try. So make sure that you make a decision right now to start to limit your exposure to the media in terms of the news, and limit your exposure to social media via technology. Limit your exposure to the use of your phone. It will make a huge difference. It's very simple. Choose to do it and you will thank me for it. Another thing I want to talk about in terms of thinking on purpose, remember to breathe. Take a big breath in through the nose. and all the way out. Have you noticed when you're stressed that you'll either breathe very, very shallowly, or you'll hold your breath? So remember, take a deep breath in and all the way out. Anytime you feel stressed, remember to take a deep breath in and repeat that 3 to 5 times. And as you take a deep breath in, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, like so. And breathe out. You get loads more oxygen to the brain. More oxygen to the brain is going to take more oxygen around your body through the arteries to oxygenate all the tissues in your body and also your brain. That will help you to calm down, and you'll be able to focus better and be more productive and be able to get on with things much better, and you'll feel your levels of stress reduce. So remember to breathe. So I hope you found this video very useful, the Thinking on Purpose video. If you'd like to have a conversation, all you need to do is click on the book free breakthrough consultation button. We can then schedule a time to have a breakthrough consultation, which is basically a 20-minute informal chat. So I can see if we're a good match to work together. I can understand then a little bit more about what's going on in your life, see what your health challenges are, and see what we can do to help you take your health from where it is now to where you would love it to be. So remember, if you want to book a free breakthrough consultation, just click on the book breakthrough consultation button now, and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you to see what I can do to help. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, the Thinking on Purpose video. We look forward to seeing you very soon and hopefully speaking to you on a breakthrough consultation in the very near future. My name's Dr. Danny Scahill, the founder of DannyScahill.com, the author of the book Total Health Transformation, the proven system to unlock limitless energy, motivation and health, and the creator of the Total Health Transformation programs. Look forward to speaking to you soon. All the best.